Welcome back to Factorio Megabase-In-A-Book. My name is Nilaus, and we are, of course, continuing this long and very achievement-full journey. I don't know if that's a word. So what have I done between sessions, and what are we going to do today? Oh, right. I'm just going to be saying this. I had a comment on one of my videos that said, like, quoting me saying, and this is what we're going to do today, and then this commenter went off on just like, oh my god, if this is the kind of video, then it's not for me. That is the kind of video that I do. These are the kind of videos where I try to explain what I want to do. I will do it, and then hopefully I'll also summarize it at the end so that everyone sort of keeps up with what we're doing. Well, what we have done between sessions is set this one up here, and it's just ready to go. This is the third one, so when we have these three, that means we can actually take the other ones out. What I want to do is now I want to go around to each one of these coal locations and simply shut them down. Set train limits to 0. That one. I have 5 of these here, and there's a lot of plastic in these locations, and that needs to be drained as it can be, and this is basically just shutting it down because now I feel confident we have enough. Now, one of the other things is, how many trains do we have to transport normal plastic, like the old plastic that we have 8? How many do we need to transport sort of the new plastic way here? That's the one. I have no way. No way I have 11. There's no way I have 11. Why would I have 11? That's interesting. If I think about it, that's, I might have just cut one out. So the idea here is that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations plus one extra. That's 6 plus another one up here, 6. Okay, that's makes somewhat sense. So that means I should get one of these plastic trains. Actually, let me get one of the other plastic trains and just retool it. That's probably easier. So I'll go for one of these. I'll copy it, and then I'll find one of the old plastic trains if I can find one. That one. Change it. So now this is, yeah, different. I'm actually going to retire all the other trains and get those out. Am I though? Now I have 7 of these trains, and I need 6 of those to transfer into the other. So actually I need to find one plastic train here that I don't want to use somewhere that is empty. That's not empty. That's going to be a bit tricky. Reading to plastic. That one is empty, right? You're empty? Yep. So you are going to be... There we go. You're not going to be anything. You're going to be going up here. And to... Well, like that. That's kind of problematic because I need to take this out. Alright, that will be the first thing we take out. Then we have 6 trains for doing the old plastic. Just attempting to clean this out, empty it as much as possible. When that's the case, well, as you can see here, this still has 54,000. This one has, well, a lot more, I guess. Oh, 30,000. Okay. So, the objective is to remove these as much as possible. And what I can do with the new one, I can actually start feeding this at this point. Yeah, let's do that. Here, that will come in automatically. And in the meantime, I will be taking here. It is time for us to expand our solar, and that's going to be expanded like this. I've given up on that buffer chest shenanigan thing. I don't know. It is what it is. Now that's how we do it. I don't feel that it is in any way, shape, or form effective in any way, but we have it. Now no one can say that I don't use buffer chests. They can say that I'm not using them correctly, and that's probably fine, but I'm using them, all right? I'm using them. No, there you go. So these, now come the storm of... Yeah. The storm comes out here. These are the ones that were sort of down here. They will be going up, picking up things. These will also go over, and since I issue the commands from here, they will all start to issue these commands. Maybe I should sort of place them like one there, and then go... I don't know. It's probably not going to be eaten out anyway. With that being said, I should have my blocking train down here now that we can then get rid of. And it is extremely blocking. Go away. And then we have the correct number of plastic trains. We just don't have the correct number of locations I could go to. So my question now is, maybe what I could do is just call them the same name. And that means plastic trains will now be the same trains everywhere. Yeah, let's do that. That's pretty risky. So right now we sort of split all the plastic into two different locations, like the normal plastic and the new plastic. This one is the new plastic. So I think I'm going to be taking all of the new plastic and simply just calling them the old plastic build here. And then figure out how many we have of those. That's 1, 2. Because, for example, all of the red signs circuits is still doing that. And here I'll do that one. That one. I'm just careful not to sort of accidentally do an iron train to a copper train. All right, so now we go up here, go to stations, and then wonder, do we have a plastic? We still have that. We do have... There you go. There. Right, so now we don't have any of those stations. If we look over on the station over there, and we have there. Good. So that's now 16 of those inbound stations. They will now get from all of them. What this means is that all my new plastic is also being changed automatically because these stations have all been renamed. They are now being rerouted in here. So next part I want to do is change all of the pickup plastic stations like these. That's going to be tricky. And these will just be called plastic now. Yep. Which will break everything momentarily. Well, there. These are all now called plastic. Then look for the next one. It's only when I change the last of these that it'll actually fix. Because right now it interprets as me saying, what? Oh, there. Yeah, this is still directing to that, but these stations are almost out, or all of them. But as soon as I migrate these, if I look at this, there are 12 stops to 5 stations, 4 stations, 3 stations, 2 stations, 1 station, no stations. Now all of these have now been changed. That means if I look at this, I have 20 stations to pick up. There are 5 plus 5 plus 5, so 15 of those are in the new ones, and 5 of them are in the old ones. But I'm just mixing and matching at this point. On top of that, I have 18 trains, which is also what I'd want to see. And that is exactly correct. So right now, I'm just basically relying on this one is now fully operational, but I'm relying on plastic trains going into these ones first. Hopefully. Hopefully. It is not a guarantee. It's just basically proximity. And, well, I'll just hope that's how it works. So what we've done now is we have migrated all the plastic to the new build. We have retired these ones. They are just waiting to be emptied. Once they're empty, I will be issuing just a few more commands. Actually, what I need to do for this is just set it as a set train limit to 1. Because I want these to all... Wait, not this one. This one's actually just to retire. This one can be taken out now. That's lovely. Look at that. Well, hold on. There's actually a lot of that. So this is what I'm... There. Always open. This one. Set train limits. Always open. The reason why I want them to be always open is because I want to pick up whatever is remaining. It can pick up 32,000 by default. But if there's only like 31,000, I want to be able to get in there. Otherwise, I need to give like a ton of deconstruction process, and that kind of sucks. So that is working. We could have started rolling this down in before setting up this one. I could have, but you know, I don't think it really matters that much. Well, it does. It's going to take more time. So let's have a look at doing our round trip thing. Look at our power just to see how that is performing. That's not really giving any indication. We have tons and tons of extra power. We have 1 million solar panels. We probably have, yeah, well, we're working towards the 1 million accumulators as well. This is all good. Coming more accumulators and solar panels coming in, being, yeah. Hello, buffer chests. I hope you like it, all you buffer chest enthusiasts. Man. Why do I listen to you? And here come all the spam to go. I do understand the point, but this is not a good place to build it. Doesn't matter. It's fun anyway. It's all good. It's all good. This is working. This guy up here hasn't been doing much, and I think that it's hard to not argue that now is a good time to start scaling up, except for our updates. So what I really want to do is now scale up in terms of more science. Now, if we look at this, I'd like to sort of get to one more science. Right now we are at 5,000. So let's try working our way towards 7,500. If we want to do that, then we need to get some measurements of how much we have in each of these. Now, what we do know, see, you can see here, 1, 2, and these are allocated 1, 2, 3 of these to 2 of those. That seems weird, right? But 1 of these to 1 of those, yes. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of the rocket fuel, and then we have some dedicated red, green. Then we'll have to figure out if that's like the right thing to do at a bigger scale. So let's try to do some calculations for this part. How do we do that? Yeah, I think I need to bring up some consolidated calculation and then list them for you. So let me do that, and then we can take a look at the numbers here. After much time spent calculating, this is what we've come up with. This is, I just built it also for 2,500. This is, of course, just to make everything completely incomprehensible. This is science per minute, but everything else is in seconds, is items per second. And some of them are really roughly rounded up, like this is 4.1, but 4.2, and then it's rounded up to 5 because just only whole numbers and always rounding up. No matter if it's 5.1, then it gets up to 6. That's how it is because, well, there is no such thing as rounding down. So this is basically giving us a sense of if I wanted to scale this up to from 5,000 to 6,000, then how much more would I need in terms of low density or instead of rocket fuel? Well, I'm currently using 64 and I will now need to use 63. So what we can do and what we should do is actually take one of these modules and give us an indication of how much it's actually doing. 17. Is that really correct? 17.4. So this one can produce 17.4 if it is working. Are they all working? Yep. It would be nice to see 1, 2, 3, 4. They're working at, and that one. Working, yes. So if they're all working, then I can actually use this rocket fuel as an indication. This is our production. It is at, let's say, 4K per minute, and we'll do this one. Let's see. Well, 3,900 per minute divided by 60. That is 65 per second being crafted, and I needed 64. Man, that's so glorious. That is so good. Okay, so basically that means we need 2 more modules of the rocket fuel. All right. And then we need, let's go back here. So that means I'll take a finder 2 here. We'll do this for this one. We'll do like this. And can I do a plus as well? There's a plus here. Let's do that. Boop. Do I get that? Yep. All right, so that's a plus 2. I'll just request those small ones as well. I think it's that one. Yep. All right, so plus 2 of that. Then we're going to take the easy one. This one. This needs 30, 60, and the rocket control units. That's the one. Oh, don't delete, but actually do this. And I get 32, so that is pretty much accurate. I will need plus 1 more module of that, except that it's not 2, it's 1. There. Ta-da. And now comes the bad one. 102 for the low density structure. Low density structure is, each one is producing 24.6. And if we look at, we currently have 5 modules in order to get this. No, we have 3 modules, which makes sense. Like 24.6 times 3 is definitely more than 68, so that's good. But if we did it by 4, then it's also distinctly less than 102. So that means I need 2 more of those modules, even though we'll have a vast overcapacity. All right, so here we are for each 2,500, we have 107 red circuits, but these red circuits are not the red circuits going into here. They're only the red circuits going into the speed modules of the rocket controllers. That's it. That's the only thing. The same with the greens. The greens are only the greens that go into the red and into the rocket, this part. Not the greens that go into this or anywhere else. Just make sure that we have enough in the queue. Right, so this is 107 and our module says 123, but let's just have a look. Let's just make sure that it is actually so. And that one. Do this module. Oh, that's a lot of non-full belts. 123, yes. And this, just confirm as well, is 169. I think 169 is a bit more than 1 belt. 369 divided by 8. There, 46. Yeah. Okay, so it's slightly too much, but it's still 360 something. 8 times 45. There you go. 360. Yes. So it's producing 360. 2, 3. So that means just I need 1 more of those, 1 more of those. And these ones I'm not producing specifically. They are global things, but I'm just leaving it in here so that we can get a sense of how much more, how much more of each. So I need. The other question is actually, is this, where is it? This one able to keep up? That's actually interesting if that's able to keep up. Huh, how fast can that go in? It is currently producing, it needs to produce 5 per minute. And now I want it to produce 7.5. I'll do it, and then I'll cross that bridge later on. I'm going to assume that this is good enough. So if we just think a bit about what we have here, then I'm going to build 1 more of this. All right, let's go back. So 1 more plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 more modules. Where can we put 8 more modules in? Well, we can put them down here just so that they're kind of close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And we can't put them here. That's too little room. 4. And then 5, 6. Yep. 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. So what do we want to build first? I think we're just going to be absolutely going crazy and just building everything at once. Ooh, we're probably going to run out. But I think this is exactly what we want to do at this stage of the game. All right, spidertrons, you are going to get busy. So I'll be building this one. No, I should start with the lower one. Well, actually, I could build it here. That goes in here. Because I want that close to here, yeah? Then we need 1 more of these. That's the rocket control units. That's 25 things just got wrecked. What the hell? Where's that? Oh, that should be replenishing itself, right? Drones? Ah, but not right now, because someone is kind of busy doing stuff up here. That's a weird pattern. How did that? But, you know, it's... What? We don't... What? There's nothing that is not done. Does that mean all robots? They're actually... No. That's weird. Like, why do we not get this command where it says, like, something, something, missing robots? Oh, well. Plastic? But plastic... Oh, right. Plastic is kind of... That plastic will be throwing warnings because these are starting to empty. But they're not actually empty. Let's have a look and see if some of these are 24. Then this one can't get any more. That one is... Okay, 156. These are not getting empty through all of my calculation work anyway. That is still having how much? Oh, this is empty. Nice. So this is completely empty. So this goes to 0. And you can now go to somewhere. No, you're going to go to that one. What? Hold on. We'll do just a bit in. Then you'll go to this. Good. This one will be now ready for deletion. Delete. This one still has a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one of them got removed. That's good. This is... So now we need 2 more here. I want to build them. This good one. I want to build them down here. 1 and 2. Let's go back here. That's now we need the rocket fuel, and then we need a red and a green. Rocket fuel, red, green. Let's do something. Let's say red and green up top, and then do the rocket fuel at the bottom. Let's do that. Actually, let's just take these two, and they'll be over here. Yep. You go out, and there will almost certainly be some problems in terms of the water supply. Oh no, I just misclicked. There you go. Yeah. That is difficult to see. But that's just something I need to go through. And then I need a red and a green more. That will be here. These 2 reds and greens there. And remove the middle. Move this. Technically, I don't need the output to be constrained, but just the input. That. And here. They should be allowed to go out immediately. Yep. And... Right. That's luckily not a big deal, is it? So now we just need to build this. And then we have 2,500 additional space signs coming into my base. Kind of. Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that we do the subcomponents first. Otherwise, it gets exhausted. Actually, if I do these first, the low density structures, then it'll actually help draw in some of that plastic that we have in excess. Good. Ta-da! That's it. We need to build it, and let me do that with a little time-lapse build. I think that's the only thing that makes sense for such a build like this. So we dive out and let's get started. And with this massive build now completed, that is a really good way to summarize this episode. So what did we do? We did, on top of just fixing the plastic, we have also now set more solar panels, and then we have also added 2,500 space signs per minute in this build. It's technically closer to 3, but the consumption should be better. We are starting to see these launching. Let's see, that is on 84. This is on 84. So these two will be, this is obviously always going to be the first one, but these two will come in shortly, and as they launch, that will be it. So I want to spend the time here while launching rockets to thank everyone for following in this series. I'm really surprised and overwhelmed by the fact that if so many episodes in, I still get really high concurrent regular view, and that's really nice. So thank you very much for following along on this long and awesome journey. It's not there yet. We're definitely going to get the 7,500. Particular thanks, of course, to the patrons who are supporting monetarily the channel, so I don't have to be shoving random annoying products at you, and instead can focus on what I can hopefully assume is high quality gameplay and no shilling of the random products. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, take care, and as always, stay effective.